Alrighty, there I am. So good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the stream here. I certainly hope you're doing well, because I'm doing pretty good myself. This week's been a little bit of a odd week, just with Tuesday having the stream cut short, and yesterday had some interesting things happen, but things like everything's worked out pretty good so far. Hopefully today's stream will be pretty good as well. Today we're back into MechWarrior 5. If you guys haven't been here for the past couple of weeks, it's a really great game. Big robots we're fighting in, and we're fighting other robots and trying to do some missions, things like that. So it's fun to watch. If you this is your first time here, thanks for coming along. I do appreciate it. If you guys have any questions about this game, just let me good. Just let me know. I don't mind answering a few questions, because a lot of times this universe, it seems like it's kind of overlooked a little bit. A lot of people don't know quite exactly what Battletech is, and this is what the universe is. So if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Let me go ahead and pop into the game here, because I do already have it loaded up. Let's go. We're going to ominous block. There we go. So we're actually in our mech hangar here. So this is kind of the mech we have. For some reason, it's showing our Centurion, our Grasshopper, and our Quick Draw. So these are kind of our bigger mechs. The Grasshopper and our Quick Draw are both heavy mechs, and the Centurion is a medium mech. But last episode, if you didn't see, we actually got our first assault mech, which is this one. This is our Stalker. This thing is massive, and yes, it does have dinosaur bones all over it, because I think that's hilarious. That's what we got last time. That thing is a pretty deadly machine. I have a few issues with it losing its arms quite a bit. So I kind of wanted to look at that today and see if there was maybe something I could modify or do something that we can maybe try to get so we don't lose the arms as much. But as I look here, the armor is pretty much maxed out on both arms and pretty much center torso. It's not quite perfect, but it's close enough. So I really don't know. We might just have to be a little more careful with it. I guess that's all. So let's go ahead and look at the star map, see what kind of missions we have. Oh, can't do missions because we are on a planet that is not in a conflict zone. I think we were looking at other mechs before we left last time. That's a Banshee, by the way. It's a pretty big mech. There's also another assault mech, 95 tons. The one we have, I believe, is 85 tons, if I'm not mistaken. The Stalker's not a huge mech. It's only 85 tons. So the max in this game is 100 tons, if you guys didn't know. But let's go ahead and head back to the star map here and see what kind of planet we can go to. We are level 9 now, so this free world's interior might be a pretty good place to start. Not a huge fan of defense missions, especially with the mech we have currently. But there's a lot of defense missions around. So maybe go down to this one then. Not really much sitting down there. Well, this is not ideal, but there's a high reward quest here. I don't remember what that one is. There was one that we tried to do 1 or 2 times ago that it didn't turn out very well, and we needed some heavier mechs. We do have those now, so I'm wondering if maybe with the Stalker we might be able to actually do that mission that we didn't do. I think we tried it last time. It was a high rewards quest, and we couldn't quite do it. So I'm going to try to see if I can go find that one really quick, because I think that would be a good one. It's not this one, because destabilization is actually against House Merrick, one of the 5 great houses here. So probably not ideal to go take them on, because we want to be allies with them. But I believe actually this is the one we were looking at. We have the money to do it, so let's just go ahead and do it. Mission music, I've actually been pretty good. Honestly, there's just been some odd things that happened this week. Tuesday we had the stream all of a sudden just, well, I said the stream. The stream for you guys cut out suddenly. I actually lost complete power at my house. And then, so I've had a couple things like that happen. Just odd things, but so far I've not been too bad. I believe this was the weapon we were... I believe this is the mission we were looking at. Yeah, it was a difficulty 70, so I think this is the one we were looking at. So let's go ahead and get complete damage coverage if we can. Get a few more C-bills, because we were getting quite a bit of money out of it, too. And let's try to get some salvage to see if there's, see if we can get something like that. But if you see here, the tonnage limit was 315 tons, so we actually could bring some heavy mechs with this one. So hopefully, if we switch this to the grasshopper, we're still only at 290 tons. Is there one we can replace the, switch the quick draw for the Thunderbolt. We're at 295 tons. Mission music, that's a quite a bit. I usually go for about like the game cut out for something. No, it doesn't look, we're good though. I usually go for about a mile-ish walk every morning, and I try to do it in the morning, because if I don't, it's not good. I mean, I live in Ohio, so if I've been to Florida many times, so I understand that kind of heat. It's similar up here, just with all the humidity. It's not as bad as Florida, but it's still pretty bad. But yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, I try to walk every morning. Not every morning I get to, though. There's usually one day I have to cut my lawn, so I will not go for a walk that morning and go ahead and cut my grass, because it's about the same distance. If I walk, it's about a mile, just over a mile or so, or I can cut my grass, so it's about the same thing. So fingers crossed we can get this one done. Yeah, I can imagine you getting dehydrated. You gotta watch out for that. My problem is if I get dehydrated, I get headaches quite a bit, like really bad headaches, and so I got to be careful with that. Thankfully, where I walk is not too far from my house, so I can just walk back home if need be. So for me, it's not too bad, but taking a walk like that can be pretty bad if you get dehydrated too much. But no, actually, funny enough, these last couple of streams have actually been really good. A lot of people have been watching, which is awesome. I usually get a couple new one or two new followers every stream. It's we went from just barely creeping up to 25. I think we're at 28 or 29 already. So that's actually really neat to see. People have been watching more. I think the average, people don't like talking about stuff like this, but like I went from maybe 1.5 viewers kind of average over the whole stream. Last stream was almost 3. The entire stream, so that was really awesome to see. So hopefully we can we're trying to get towards that affiliate goal, and we're almost 3/5 of the way there on the followers goal. We've been getting closer and closer on the average subscribers. So there's four tasks you have to do, and I've got 2 of them done already. So I've been trying to get the 50 followers, which I think is more the harder one, and then get an average of 3 people watching every stream. So we're getting closer to both of those, so that's pretty good. The exact number, how many people actually watch average, I'm not 100% sure. It'll probably go up, but who knows? We'll see that here shortly. But let's get into this mission here. So if you guys remember this one from last time, we actually got about 30. Oh, that's the wrong one. We got down to about 6 of them left, and we just had issues after that. So hopefully this time we can take care of them a little bit faster. Last time I didn't have the assault mech. I used my Thunderbolt, which is, don't get me wrong, the Thunderbolt's a good mech, and I really like it. It's one of my favorite mechs, period. But there's some, eventually you get to missions that you can't, you'll have to use heavier and heavier mechs. And I think we kind of got to that point with this mission. buddy, you messed up. Alright, well, he ran right into me, which is,
Continuing to converge on your location. Stay frosty, Commander.
You might be protected in that mech, but most of my people are not. Watch your fire. Our warehouse is gone.
they're backing off for some reason. I don't know. I thought I saw a couple more over here. So let me walk this way and see if there's anybody over here. Oh yeah, there's a couple big mechs over here. So let's what we got over here. That's a grasshopper. Let's go ahead and take him out. That guy out next.
Our communications tower got clipped by that last barrage.
See, and the problem is with this one, they don't wait till you kill the last wave of people. They just start sending people after you. Because they don't care what comes after you. He is almost dead. There we go.
That mech is about to go critical. Nice shot, Commander.
Is that guy dead? Now, I also kind of want to keep myself back a little bit, just because I know the pods on this thing is not great.
Area is taking a beating,
So
Commander. Don't give them the opportunity to cause any more harm.
get that guy down, or at least almost down. All right, let's get them. Let's get these guys over here.
Target ID received. Engaging.
Because unfortunately, with the defend the base missions like this, I'm not a huge fan of them, especially because I have a slow mech.
We will endure.
But yeah, usually I don't have too much luck with these, because usually they'll just find a way in and just start tearing things up, which is not great.
Enemies just lit up a chemical tank.
Enemy reinforcements spotted in the area. They look like they're heading your way.
Probably they'll start dropping bigger and bigger mechs here soon. That's what I think got us. We were okay with these lighter mechs, but when they start, they started to get to like the heavy, and I don't think they dropped any assault mechs. But they did drop a couple heavy mechs, and I was a little surprised about that. Now that we actually have an assault mech on our team, it's not hopefully as bad, but still got to keep an eye out for those. Let's get this helicopter out here.
They just demolished a fuel tank. A warehouse has been destroyed. Hey, stop that.
That's also one of the issues. You can walk through their base. Problem is, if you destroy anything, that goes
Now is the time.
that goes against you. So it's not great. That guy's now down. I think the other ones are coming from this direction here. So let's go ahead and try to take these guys out next. Although I don't think the walls matter. I think it's more of the buildings themselves. Trying to be a little more cautious with with what I fire and stuff like that. Number one, I don't want to hit my own mechs, which would be a bad thing. But I don't want to. I kind of want to hit that burst, or the AC-20 burst fire on that Hunchback, because that can do quite a bit of damage pretty, but it's already dead, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm also trying to stay back from the fight a little bit. I know technically mine has more armor, but I know what's going to come up here soon, and if I'm not there, it's probably not going to end well for us anyways. But there goes that guy dead. Let's go ahead and take this guy out now. Then I'm pretty sure I'm the worst damage, so.
Over the beehive here, Commander.
But we're about halfway through this mission, so hopefully it doesn't get too much worse. Let's see. Let's go after that guy next.
Target group up.
We can rain a lot of missiles down on these guys from a distance, so let's go ahead and hit the guys. So if I hit them, they shouldn't go after the base. They'll aggro to us essentially. That's kind of the idea. At least I'm trying to hope so. Let's see if I can. There's a locust in here I want to try to get rid of. These locusts, they're not very strong, but in something like this, they can go in through and just tear up a base by themselves pretty easily. So I want to get rid of them as fast as I can. Problem is, once again, I'm around these buildings and I don't want to hit the buildings. Yes, that was a good one. That was a good one at all. Almost just wanted to kind of graze the building and hit the guy. So that's pretty much what we did. So. Do some cleanup work around with these lighter things. I can take these guys out pretty easily by myself, and then I don't have to take as much damage. It's kind of the idea, at least. Let's go after that guy now. But I was kind of surprised when I put up a poll. I try to pull a poll up maybe once a month or so, just to see kind of what you guys I have questions just for you guys, like what you guys know about stuff like that. And I asked the last time if anybody had, before they had come to the stream, had they known anything about BattleTech, and this is kind of the universe we're in. A lot, for the few people that did vote, a lot of people hadn't heard of this, so I was kind of surprised because this has been around since I want to say the early '80s. I know this was a tabletop game first, and then it kind of evolved into first-person shooter and a tactical game, and there's a couple other versions of it. But it's interesting. But it's kind of interesting to see. All right, let's see where they're going to come from. We got 12 more to eliminate, and I'll bet you a lot of those are going to be mechs. All right, they're coming from this way. I'm going to try to take out as many of these guys as we can first. Because the more we can take out now, the less we have to deal with later. I think we missed that guy. Yeah. He's down. Alright, let's take out the cicada first. And then we'll take the javelin out second. Or if I can take out the javelin by myself, it would be even better. That guy's almost dead. Yeah, I didn't think that one was going to last too long. Alright, that guy's dead. And what amazes me more is there's people out there, and I am nowhere near one of them, that can do missions like this, and they'll just have a light mech. And they'll just run around people and not get hit at all, and it's amazing to watch. But there is no way I could do a mission like that. I mean, I have a hard enough time with an assault mech doing missions like this. Yep, this is a little bit what I'm concerned about, but the more I can damage him, the less he's going to be able to damage me. That's kind of the idea, at least. Cool, we took him out. Alright, I am hurting pretty good now. There only can be 6 left. So we might be able to do this one. Where are they coming from here? Alright, there they are. Let's take that guy out first. Take out the little guys first. great. That's not what I want to hear. If I have my back towards the big guys, though, hopefully they won't hit me as hard. Cool, that guy's dead now. Alright, let's get this guy down now. Yep, that's what I'm worried about. So I've lost a pod, which, not good. Essentially, oh shoot, I ain't a backup. So if I don't, I will die.
Lost a component.
So I can just keep fighting though. So I've lost one of my pods on the side there. That's pretty much all, like, half my weaponry gone, unfortunately. If I can, you know, I keep tagging these guys. I mean, I still have some weapons. It's not like I just don't have a whole lot of them. Oh, good. We got one more if we can take him down. I'm just going to keep backing up, though. Probably to this side. Try to have that guy take out one of our guys. Because if he takes me out, the mission's over, and we've lost. But if one of my guys is killed, we can keep going. Problem is that's not happening. That's kind of the issue.
Focus target received, Commander.
Good work.
Oh.
Cameron Jones is safe.
Okay, that was,
Hussars are now wise to the scheme and are pulling away.
okay, that was a lot. I didn't expect to get that one done. Even with an assault mech, we had a lot of, I mean, for about half it, we were okay, but once we started getting some of the bigger mechs, it gets a little difficult. But we got it done, so happy about that. Okay, that's a bit of a relief. That was a tough mission. Now if the game loads, it'd be kind of nice. Yeah, there we go. Look at all the mechs they dropped, which we can't really get any of them because we only have 8. We get the Javelin, which Javelin I don't really care about. But we probably need an LRM-10 because we just lost ours. We'll need a couple medium lasers, which I'm okay. Ooh, oh, wow. Holy cow. Those are 2 each. Well, that's not great. We also need a large laser, but I don't see one in here. Go to type, actually. Maybe that helps. I didn't expect these medium lasers to be that much. That's quite a bit quite a bit for a laser, but that's okay. Nobody was hurt, nobody was killed either, which is a miracle. The Orion, let's see here, just needs some armor. You know what? Hold on here. We got to do that now. We've traveled to there. Where is that at? Alright, it is on the other side of the system, which I really can't do right. I need to head to here, I think. I don't see any other industrial zones around here. Let me head to there and see if I can get some repairs done. Because if I repair this assault mech in the field, it costs about $1 million just for it. So I like heading back here. The heavy mechs I can kind of deal with, but you know, these are not going to be cheap to repair. I'll tell you that much. Let's see here. Let's go to battle mechs. The Orion's going to cost us 81,000. This guy's not going to cost 74,000. This guy's going to cost a little bit more because we did lose a couple things. Actually, we lost 2 medium lasers and a single heat sink, so it's not too awful bad. We'll go ahead and throw these guys in there, and a large heat sink. There we go. That guy's ready to go. It's going to cost almost $200,000. Now remember, if we're on a conflict planet, that's, you know, can be anywhere from 20 to 60% more. So we're looking at probably close to, you know, $300,000 or $400,000 just for this mech. Now the Stalker, which took a beating, always does, and we lose a lot of heat sinks, and that's kind of the issue. heatsink, heatsink, and heatsink. 2 medium lasers here. Boop. And there. LRM-10, which we do have, and LRM ammo. An SRM-6, which we do have. I think I was smart enough to actually get a few extra ones. We don't have any large lasers, or let's get the SRM ammo in there. We need more heat sinks. Let's see if they have any here. They do. They have 5. So let's go ahead and get all those, because we will need them all. 3, 4, and 5. And do they have a large laser in store here? They do, but it kind of stinks, but we'll buy it just in case. We can always replace it later. There we go. Now, you see, this mech's completely repaired. It's costing us $266,000, and we didn't have all the parts either, so we had to spend quite a bit more money on those. So, I mean, think about doubling that. I mean, that's already over $500,000 just on one mech. So yes, it is a little bit easier to repair them on an industrial planet. And also it helps us a little bit so that we don't have to worry about not having enough parts.
Finally! Got something for me, big boss?
No new pilots. Alright, that's fine. We'll wait on all this. Then it takes forever, it seemed like, to repair those mechs. So let's head back out to that the next mission here. There we go. To this one. We'll go ahead and travel. It's going to cost us $250,000 to travel down there. That's a lot of money, but that's okay. What I think also we need to do, we need to put a couple of our mechs into cold storage. That'll help us so we don't have to pay for as many of them right now. I don't know how long it takes to get them out of cold storage, but you know, we'll see here shortly. I didn't want to put them in there quite yet because I didn't know how much this was going to cost us to do, like what kind of mechs we can use. But it looks like we can use all of our big mechs. So let's go ahead and place our blackjacks into cold storage. I wonder how I do that. Okay, cool. Okay, so what it does, it just strips them all their weapons and equipment, which isn't great, but we can always rearm them later. That cut our cost by about $500,000, so that's pretty good. You know what? The Jaeger mech we haven't used in a while either, so let's do that. We'll keep all the parts and everything, but you know, we cut our costs down quite a bit just by putting those 3 mechs into storage, which, funny enough, they all kind of look the same. It's kind of a thought there, but I'll keep these 3 out, or these 3. I'll keep these 7 out. We'll keep these in storage here. And if we need them, we can always put them. You know, we just gotta put the weapons back on them. That's all. So it's not too awful bad to do. And we cut our costs down. I think this was like at $560. So we've already cut off $150,000 that we pay every 60 days. So that's pretty good. Let's see here. This is a Warzone contract, so we will need to probably get all that damage coverage we can get. We'll get some more money, and we can get looks like about the same amount of salvage shares out of this one. So we'll accept. So we kind of still only drop. We're still about 20 tons short on what we can drop, which is not too awful bad. Later on in the game, which I know, and this happens in other games, the max tonnage you can drop is 400 tons. That means there's 4 mechs of 100 tons each. I have not seen one of those yet. This is the highest mission I've seen so far at 315. So it's not too bad, but still rather fun. It's missions like this, it kind of challenges us a little bit, and I do like that. Especially with a new mech like this that I've, before this game, I've never piloted it. I've played a lot of other MechWarrior games, MechWarrior 3 and MechWarrior 4, and there's a couple of different add-ons to 4. And I've piloted quite a few mechs in that time, and never piloted a Stalker for some reason. So, also, they announced, I don't know if they really announced it this week or they kind of just showcased it off. I think it was either late last week or early this week. There's actually a DLC coming out for this game that actually adds 6 new mechs, a bunch of new missions and stuff like that for the campaign, stuff like that. So it's really cool to see. I was looking over the mechs that are going to be in the game. I've heard of 2 of them, and the other 4. I think there was more than 6. There might have been 8, because there was like 2 I hadn't heard, or there's 2 I had heard of, and the other ones I hadn't. And I went and looked them up, and some of these things are crazy. There's one called the Corsair. The Corsair is they even call it a Franken mech. In universe, essentially, it was a pirate design that they took like 4 or 5 different mechs. They had just parts for them and put them together into one mech, and they call it the Corsair. Apparently, it's not a bad little mech, but it looks really odd because it's not really like this uniform, because these mechs have some symmetry. They do have some form to them. The Corsair doesn't really have any of that, which is kind of interesting. There's one called the Charger, and the Charger is an assault mech. It's like an 80-ton assault mech, so it's the lightest assault mech you can get, and it only carries 6 small lasers. It's apparently meant to be a scout mech, and then like different houses took the original design and put bigger weapons and stuff like that on it, so it actually can be a useful mech. So I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to that. I kind of want to see how that works out. I don't know exactly how it's going to work out, so we'll see. Hopefully, they didn't say a release date, I don't think, so could still be a while. Still also looking for news on when Evil Genius is going to come out, because apparently it's supposed to be sometime this year, although they haven't said exactly when yet. Well, we're still almost there. For some reason, every time we jump planets, it seems like when we do a mission, it takes forever. But if we go to, like, if we keep on going, or if we keep doing the same missions on planets, it seems like it doesn't take as much, or it doesn't take as long to actually do those. So, I don't know. Alright, so this is a Warzone contract, so if you guys, if you're kind of new here, we just gotta blow up a bunch of different stuff.
Moved to a spaceport not far from this location. His ship is in the process of evacuation, but the 4th Regulan Hussars are already inbound to the decoy location. Get to the Moit location and intercept them. If they realize Cameron Jones is elsewhere, they'll quickly reroute and take him down before he can evacuate. It's our job to make sure that doesn't happen.
So essentially this one we're going to get to a location and we're going to do the same thing, but this one we don't have to defend anything, we just have to kill. So it's a little bit easier in that sense. We don't have to worry about defending a base, which is nice. I like Warzone contracts because you can just sit there and pick people off as much as you want. And once you get to your quota, they'll give us a limit of how many people we have to kill. Once we reach that, we can just leave. It's pretty nice. So fingers crossed we can survive this one as well. We did pretty good last time. We only got 26 targets, but what worries me though, they're only 26. I got a feeling they might bring an assault mech or 2 on this mission, which it wouldn't be the first time we saw them either. The last story mission we did actually had a couple. I think it had 3 or 4 assault mechs come up. So yeah, oh, that guy's dead. So we'll see how that goes. I was wondering if they were bringing any mechs, but I'm like, didn't see them. So let's wait on this side. Well, I was going to wait on this side for them, but I was like, do I really want to wait, or do I kind of go after them? Maybe I'll just send my guys after them, and I'll kind of hang back a little bit, just so that I don't get hit as bad. Looks like they might be stuck in a valley somewhere, which it happens every once in a while. I've noticed this game it's not perfect. I mean, fair enough. There's things like this where people like mechs, like AI, get stuck, and you don't know where they're going. I'll take out the cicada. legged that one. That was pretty quick. All right, cool. I got the AC-20 down. That's in this universe, and the burst fire ones aren't as good. But if you see an AC-20, just a regular AC-20, they are rather deadly. Usually, I even have one on my when I piloted the Hunchback, I have one, just a single shot one, and you can actually tear through a light or some of the medium mechs with one shot of those things. So you got to be kind of careful with them. They can be, detrimental to a mech like that. So. They don't really send him much after us, which is kind of odd. Like, it seems like either they're getting stuck somewhere or something like that. And, I don't know. Because that was just 2 tanks. And there should be more out there. And I don't see them. Unless, once again, nope, there they are. We got an Orion. Let's go ahead and take that guy out next, guys. Once again, I'll take out the little cicada that comes over the hill. Because it was kind of odd. I kind of felt that earlier, the game didn't really think we would have big mechs like this. When we had like our Hunchback, things like that, to do some of the missions because they were kind of easy. But now we're getting to some of these missions that are like level 7 or difficulty 70 and stuff like that. And I got a feeling the game would have thought we'd have more mechs by now because it seems like we're struggling a little bit with a few of them, which is kind of interesting. But maybe that's just me. There they are. But you see what I mean, though? It seems like they're spawning so far away, and I have no idea why. Break it off and see if we can take this guy out now. Alright, for some reason, one of my large lasers is not fires. Well, I remember that now. My large lasers aren't the same level. When it's like that, they don't recharge. They recharge at different rates. So when that happens, we just gotta be a little careful when we fire them. So we just gotta be kind of. I guess we could just fire one and then not wait on the other one. Yeah, that's what will happen is that when you get different tier weapons kind of paired up together like that, they can reload at different times. So, alright, there's a leg gone. That's the easiest way to destroy a mech, though, is to take out his legs. Like that. That usually, if you destroy their legs, they will. They're easier to. You usually can salvage them a little bit easier. Usually, they actually will drop the mech then instead of just weapons. Although it's a little bit harder to leg a mech, especially the faster ones. So you just got to be kind of careful with how you do it. So let's run back here. We'll take out the smaller stuff real quick. That didn't work out too well. We'll take out the smaller stuff because there was a heavy mech behind us. But, Alright, cool. There's that guy down. Turn around here. There's 2 heavy mechs. We got a grasshopper and we've got an archer. The archer, actually, I'm not too concerned. I'm more concerned about the grasshopper. The Archer is a really good long-range mech. So the way we play, though, is if we can get right up on the Archer, he won't be too big of an issue. I've had an Archer before. I have it on my other game. And they're good mechs, but the problem is the way I usually fight in these games is I'm usually right up on somebody, and so it doesn't really matter what I do. I usually can't fire. I usually can't use that mech to its fullest ability. So, to me, in this game, I usually would have some sort of like missile boat, is what I would call them, and it's just a mech that has a lot of missile launchers on it. But I've been kind of noticing in this game it's not as advantageous to have those. Once again, that maybe is just me. Maybe that's just kind of the strategy I play. All right, one leg, or we got both legs gone. So
Focusing on issue target.
back up a little bit and try to cool off. Once again, though, these heavy mechs, it's very easy to take out their legs because they don't move as fast. Especially if you take out one leg, you can pretty just target the second one.
More hostiles inbound on your position. Get ready for some company.
The other easy way to take them out is if you're really good with like a single shot AC-20 or a couple large lasers like I have, if you can hit their head, and if you destroy the head, it kills the pilot and just the mech just falls over then. Because the way they actually command these mechs are really interesting. Because it is part like mechanical. There is something called Myanmars in here. And they call those internal structures. They're actually like they're almost like a it's kind of hard to explain, like a steel muscle that when they push electricity through it, it actually contracts, and the bigger that muscle is, the more they can move, or the more strength they have to move. And that's why they have these huge mechs. They have these huge Myanmars, but they also have like a small nuclear reactor to power these things. And that's why if they go critical, then actually is that nuclear reactor blowing up. All right, so we got a couple. We got a Hunchback, Assassin, which will probably be here first.
With you.
So, got a couple light mechs, which there's 4 of them, so that take us to 21. So we only have 5 things to take out after that. Might have to move a little bit closer to them so that they will. There we go. They'll start pulling down here. That trebuchet might give us some issues, but you know what? Send our guys down after them. I don't want to get too much closer, but if I have to, I will. I don't know what's coming in that last wave, and that's what kind of concerns me. Because if they bring something big, like an assault mech or something like that, it could very well not end well for us if we don't, kind of conserve it a little bit. So we're just going to be a little careful. Let's see here. Having a bit of a missile fight right now. It's not the worst thing in the world. Alright, where's that trebuchet out? He's going down next. Alright, that's gonna just a laser one, so I'm not too concerned with him right this second here. Because, so the Hunchback actually has a couple different variants. One of them just has a bunch of missiles, or a bunch of lasers on it. And that's the one that we're facing right now, so not really that concerned with, or that one, at a long range, I'm not too concerned with it. As we get closer, though, they're not as bad, but still, they're still a good mech. Let's just be honest here. I really need a better viewfinder so I can get closer in fights like this. All right, let's change over to the Hunchback because that guy's running pretty quick, and we can probably take out that Hunchback pretty quick. You see here, one thing about Hunchbacks though is all their weapons are in their right torso. So if you blow their right torso off, it's pretty much ain't gonna end well for them.
Firing on the commander's requested target.
Oh, that guy's down.
Enemy mech destroyed.
So, not actually that bad right now. We gotta go find that light mech, though, because it seems like he got lost. That GPS that he had is just not working out well. Not working out well for him. There he is. Oh, it's a flea, too. Oh, that guy's gonna have a bad day here shortly. I really don't want to use my missiles right this second because I got 6 shots left of my long range missiles. So I really don't want to use too many of those. At least not right now. If I can hit him with my large lasers, though, might work out pretty good. I think that might have been just him getting stuck up there. I'm gonna let my guys take care of it if they can.
Copy. We're on it, sir.
So I can't get a drink. All right, let's move a little closer. I'm getting a little impatient, but they are hitting him pretty good though. He's not doing too well. I don't think my large lasers are actually getting to him. Maybe only one of them are, and I mean it's the bigger one that's getting to him, I think. I'm wondering if my other mechs are actually out of missiles, because they stopped firing them. That would be a bad thing. Just go ahead and just walk over here and see if I can either get him to move, or we can start hitting him with all of our lasers then. He's losing weapons. And that's our last shot with those. You can see our guys trying to hit them. They're just not having any luck. I'm not really having any luck getting up this hill. But looks like he started moving again, which might help us. I don't really know. We are still a good distance away from where we actually started.
Reconnaissance flights
There we
show
go.
increased enemy presence in the vicinity. Be on the lookout for further hostiles.
I'm wondering if they're going to drop over here or if we have to walk back to the base. I really don't know. Oh, looks like they dropped behind us. Alright, well. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. Alright, we need to get over there though, because if not, our grasshoppers are going to get torn up.
Positioning on you, Commander.
Target acquired.
We're going to cicada. Let's go ahead and just take him out since he's here. That's kind of the easy one. The cicadas always seem to run ahead of the rest of their lance, which is awesome because we can take them out first. And then my guy walked in front of me, and then I hit him instead. Yeah, usually how that goes.
Destroyed. Target acquired.
All right, quick draw.
Focusing fire.
Let's get him down. Another archer coming over the hill, which if we can get him close up and a little more personal, we don't have to worry about him as much. quick draw's about dead too. Come on.
Target destroyed.
Yes.
Target acquired. Heat critical.
Yep, I know my heat's critical, but if you see what's in front of me, you'll see why. Alright, we got one leg down.
Critical. System offline.
By the way, this is what happens when you overheat. The computer just shuts down. It's a it's a protection for the mech, but
Target acquired.
not too awful bad. Here's the other problem, though. We got to get to this guy, and he's a short-range missile carrier, and we don't have any missiles left. So the PPC can probably hit him. That's about it right now. My large laser actually coming to view now. Already, we actually might get out of this one pretty easily. Hopefully, they'll bring a big surprise like, "Hey, we're dropping an assault mech now." It's like, "Oh boy, all right, well."
Target
Lieutenant Cameron Jones is officially
There we go.
reported. Good job. I see more Hussars units on the approach. Should you want to stay around to earn a little extra cash?
Preferably not, because unless they pop up right in front of us, which has happened before, I just prefer to get out of here.
Star formation, Commander.
Yeah, I would probably stay for a little bit, but we're already at a large, our kind of our long range capabilities. The PPC and the large lasers would help a little bit, but not as much as I'd like. So let's go ahead and just get out of here.
Forming on you.
Yeah, I hate to say it. This one didn't seem as...
Fire.
Oh, great. Would you please
Near 6, Commander.
leave them alone? But it seemed like this mission was a little bit easier than the last one was. Just, I don't know if maybe just they didn't come all at once, and we didn't have to defend anything, so that helped. But it seemed like we took out the mechs a lot faster, especially the heavier mechs. Now, they'll also go after the enemies, even though I'm told them to run.
Follow the commander.
I guess I can tell them just no weapons right now, which... Oh, there is an assault mech over there. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, there's 3 dots. If you see here, the different weight classes are kind of based on... you'll see the diamond, and then there's dots in the middle of it. There's no dots, it's a light mech. 2 dots is medium. 3 dots is a heavy, and 4 dots is or 3 dots is an assault. 2 dots are heavy. There was a 3-dot mech that just popped up. I'm like, ooh, that would be fun. But I'm glad they didn't come up during the mission. That would be a little bit harder. Especially now. Well, I mean, we probably could take them, but I would lose a lot more than I already have. And I haven't lost anything yet, which is really good.
This place is a shithole, but trust me, there's worse.
You know, it's actually not bad for. I mean, we just need to replenish missiles, and we're. I can't talk now. We just need to replenish the missiles and
Aboard at Mech Bay number 1. Welcome back.
replenish missiles and repair armor on this guy, and we're good. So that's always a plus when we don't have to we don't have to replace anything on a mech. So happy about that, though. But there we go. We actually completed the 2 missions that we couldn't do last episode. So that's pretty good. The Stalker really paying dividends right now. So that's pretty good. Stretch out a little bit. Alright. You know, it seems like we haven't done... I mean, we've done quite a bit. We've done those 2 missions that were pretty difficult missions. And pretty long missions, to be honest with you. And it's already been an hour, so... this game can last a while, unfortunately, but that's a good thing, though. It seems like people have been enjoying it. This and Planet Coaster, a lot of people have been enjoying it, so glad to see that. There we go. So we're on our way to level 10, hopefully. What do we need? We need to get that better large laser just so that I have something that I can replace that one with. No good medium lasers, but it never hurts to have them just in case. Anything else that I might want? Not really, to be honest with you. I'll take another LRM-10 just in case. We'll go ahead and close there. Let's see. That's not the end of that mission because it didn't give us our rewards. So that's no good. This is going to cost us 200 grand. How much is this going to cost us to repair this one? 220. Look here, it says, orders cost 80% more and take 120% longer. This is what I mean by that, so it kind of sucks. Do I want to do it here, or do I want to see how bad the grasshopper is? It lose an arm, but it only lost a medium laser, so that's not the worst thing in the world. It's still going to cost us 40 days and $229,000. Let's go ahead and look at this one. It doesn't give us a reward, which is interesting because this could literally be anything. Which, number one, we have to go after the 4th Hussars, which, if I remember correctly, are pretty good in the actual, like, in the lore of BattleTech. They're one of the elite units. If you do any reading on these guys, there's certain like mech groups, like lances, of course, but there's like divisions, stuff like that. The 4th Hussars, I think they're what they're called. They come up pretty often. So you got a feeling they're probably pretty good. So you know what? This one actually we can hit repair mech now. These are only cost us 124 grand, so we could cut it down to about half. That's about what I wanted it to. So only the grasshopper looks like lost a weapon. We only lost a medium laser there, so we probably got out there in good time. You know what? I actually want to repair all too. There we go. 127 grand for that one. But also, I want to cancel the stalker ones because I want to see if that medium or that large laser that we got is, well, it will be a lot better than what we had on there currently. We can also go, let's go look at the market to see if they maybe have one. They have a tier 2, which we're putting a tier 2 on there. Let's go ahead and buy a tier 2 as well, just so that we have it, just in case something like that were to happen. So those are a little bit better. And the rate of fire is a little bit better than what the other one was. So we'll go ahead and just wait here. We'll get our stuff repaired. There we go. I know all of it's not repaired, but it should repair on the way over to this planet. This is an assassination contract. So essentially that guy that we were working for, that we helped escape first from that first building, and then kind of diverted the Hussars over to our location instead of his. Now that he's escaped, he wants to take revenge on them, so we have to go assassinate probably a lance of mechs. So that's kind of our next mission, I think. It also kind of helps build favor with Merrick as well, because Davion and Merrick are kind of the two I really like working with in any game, really. So this one might be a little bit more difficult. They're allowing us to have up to 6 in damage coverage, so we'll take probably all that. I don't know, maybe we'll take 5 of it. So they're willing to pay up to 900 grand extra for us to repair our mechs. So that's pretty good. I think that's all the work we need to do. All of our pilots are, I'm kind of glad to see that she's completely trained though. I don't want to take anybody new out. But you know, she's actually a little bit better. What is she piloting? She's piloting the Thunderbolt, which has a lot of lasers on it. Laser-wise, they're the same. Ballistic, they're... Okay, really honestly, they're the same person, but she's a little bit better at dodging. This person's a little bit better at dodging things. She's same amount of armor. She's better at ballistic weapons, but that mech doesn't have any ballistic weapons. Same missiles, same lasers, which is pretty good. She's better with heat management. I don't know. I'll keep it for now. Because what I've been trying to do, well, funny enough, I actually got a third pilot just to have as a backup. He's a little bit better than the two we had then. So eventually, once he got trained enough, we would have kept him as our third pilot, and then probably kept one of the other two as a fourth. But one of the missions, we actually got this guy, and I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Shenzhen, maybe. He's from Liao. We actually saved him. And so as a token, he's like, here, I'll come and join you. So he's a level 42 pilot, which level 60 is max. And so right now, I'm at level 43 out of 60. Our next guy that we find during the tutorial is actually at 43. So he's at 39 right now. So it's really good. And then we had a 42 now. So yeah, he's 43, he's 42. And so we really didn't need that third guy. So now we have 3 people vying for one mech. And so, I mean, they're all in the mid-20s, though, skill-wise. Haven't really found anybody else, though, which is kind of interesting. We might have to do some more missions like this to try to actually find some better pilots. Although I am rather curious to see what kind of rewards we get for this one, because before they gave us, like pulse lasers and this medium lasers and stuff like that, but now they're like, we don't know what we're going to give you. And that's how we got the pilot. I've gotten mechs from this. I've gotten really good weapons, like the shotgun AC-10s. They're called LBX in this universe, which are pretty much, they're like just big shotguns for these mechs, which is awesome to see. So we'll see how this goes.
Reactor online. Sensors online.
I really am kind of curious what those rewards might be. But before we get to the rewards, we got to get through the mission first.
It looks like Count Cameron Jones has unearthed the conspirators and wants us to make an example of them. Commander Daxa Mahat is said to be the leader of the dissidents and must be dealt with.
Alright, let's wait for our guys to form up a little bit.
Lead on, Commander.
And where is these places at? There's one there. So we'll start at this one. It's very possible that they're all at one place. And I got a feeling they probably are. They're going to have a lot of help, though, unfortunately. I got a feeling at least. I could be wrong, but we got to find them first, and that's kind of usually the issue is trying to find them. Well, there's a back. There's an assassin over that hill, though.
Looks like we got some bad intel. Our target is not here. Let's hope we have better look at the other locations.
Reforming on you, Commander.
Got another one.
Target
Oh
acquired.
boy, there's heavier mechs here. All right, let's try to take out this guy next. Let's try to take this one out. Because I'm stuck on a building. He's probably gonna be at that second location then. Oh, I think he has to be. But the problem is none of these mechs actually count towards that assassination contract. So the issue is trying to is trying to get through these guys as fast as we can, so that when we get to the guys we have to kill, we have our mechs are still good enough to fight them. No, so assassination missions are kind of a little bit lower on my list, but if we can find them really quick and then kill them, ooh, there's an Orion right there. They can be rather fun missions too. Usually I have an issue with escaping. That's kind of my other issue with these missions, is trying to escape after I've killed the people. There's one leg gone. There's 2 legs gone. Kick it on the way down. With these turrets, we can just do this.
Enemy destroyed.
Oh, there he is. All right,
Target acquired.
that's the guy we got to kill. Nope, that's the guy we got to kill. Oh, he's in a Cyclops. So the Cyclops is a really interesting mech. I think it's an assault mech, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a cool mech. In the BattleTech turn-based game, it's actually got a really good command pod in it, so that your guys get a lot, or you guys actually go move faster or stuff like that. So that's an interesting mech to have. Oh crap! I might die. He's almost dead. That's the main point of it. Yes.
Conspirator Commander Mahat is dead.
Now, and I'm dead. All right. Well, that didn't work out too well. We're gonna try that again. If I didn't shut down, I think we could have done it. But all of a sudden, his whole lance came after us, and that's kind of what we had issues with. So we're gonna try that one again. I think we can do it. I don't think it's too hard for us right now. I think if we just had the Thunderbolt like we were using, I don't think we would be able to do this one. But yeah, I think we'll be just fine with if we can if we just get in there and hit him hard enough. I mean, he was dead. We were just running out of there. But I think with it being shut down, we took a lot more hits than we probably should have. And so we'll have to be a little more careful next time. He actually came out to meet us, which is kind of surprising. I didn't expect that. Now, I'm not sure how they randomize missions like this. They might actually put him at the first location now, which would be kind of interesting if they did, because then we can hopefully take him out before we get to all those mechs that we faced beforehand, and the vehicles and turrets and stuff like that. So.
Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
It looks like Count Cameron Jones has unearthed the conspirators and wants us to make an example of them. Commander Daxa Mahat is said to be the leader of the dissidents and must be dealt with.
So fingers crossed he's at the first one. If not, we will continue on to the second one then.
Forming on the commander.
Do 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 do. Once again, he probably won't be here, but we at least got to check still.
I'm showing
Yep.
nothing on scopes that can be
Okay.
identified as our targets. We'll have to move on to the
How do we
next
want to
checkpoint.
go? Let's go this way. Let's take out these turrets. You know what? Second thought, let's go ahead and just back up. I think we're taking a beating in this mech.
Enemy eliminated.
So let's actually run. Let's run this way. Maybe we can try to see him from a little bit further distance and try to hit him before they start triggering everything. That might help us a little bit, and not having to face that, a couple of heavy mechs before we get to him. We'll see how this works. That's kind of the beauty of a game like this, though. You don't have to approach it the exact same way every time, so that's always kind of a neat idea.
Target acquired.
So rifleman, I thought that was him last time, but it is not.
Forming on you.
All right, he has been spotted. Where, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't see him at all now. It's not a good thing. He's coming over the hill here.
Target acquired.
Where's he at? Where's he at? Let me at him. Come on. Come on, Cyclops. There you are.
Focusing on issue target.
Almost blew off his leg in one volley, which would have been awesome.
Ammo explosion detected.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. All right, one leg's down. Might not do it this time either. We'll see. That's what I was kind of concerned about. Oh, come on, leg. Knock it off. There we go. Let's see if we can run out of here. There's a lot of people around here. I didn't realize how many people there were. If we get back to the ship. It's more the idea here. I don't know if we will or not. Yeah. I've taken most of this beating, which is not great. Come on. There's an assault mech over here? Really? Oh, it's another stalker. Alright, well. Let's keep on running, because there's no way I can take on another assault mech right now. Come on. Think it just gave it to me. Okay, that was a lot tougher than I thought. Let's see. Well, no one died. That's a good thing. We did lose we lost a pod, which means I think we you know, SRM-6, LRM-10, probably at least 2 medium lasers we lost. So not great. We did get a good reward though. We also got quite a bit of money for repairs, so hopefully that $1 million will help cover that cost. We'll see though. Stretch out a little bit. Fingers crossed that we have a good enough reward to warrant that kind of damage to our mechs. There's a lot of people coming after us. I was actually kind of surprised when I saw that all those people. Man, those medium lasers, I'll take those. Any large lasers? Maybe that doesn't look like it. All right, we'll take those. Everybody's healthy, although damages are. So we got a payout. So our payout was about 30. You can see here, just at the very bottom. Our damages was about $2.3 million. Got about 2.39 instead of 2.36 million. We got the LRM-15, a PPC, and a medium laser. That wasn't really worth it. I'll be honest with you. I mean, fair enough that they were the experience stuff like that was really worth it too. But you know, I'm really curious what that one is. That was a little bit of a ways out there, but I think what we'll do, we'll travel to here, we'll repair all of our stuff and head down there to see what that one is. Because I'm kind of curious. Cause I don't remember seeing that one before. I could be wrong, but we'll see. It might be like a legal mission in Merrick territory, which if that's true, probably not ideal. There's an archer for sale. Hey, look at this. There's a Cyclops for sale. It's a pretty neat little mech. I don't know. This is an interesting one. I don't know if I'd buy it now. I mean, it's a good price with the archer here. But I just don't need it right now. Let's go ahead and repair our battle mechs though. And I'm really thinking about it. We did lose something over here. What did we lose? Lost our machine guns, unfortunately. I know, big loss there. Let's go ahead and get the machine guns placed back on there. And the machine gun ammo, repair all. Everything's back up to normal on that guy. Not too bad in the least. The grasshopper took some damage. Alright, so everybody took some damage. And not like one person was left out of the carnage here. Which is, you know, that's usual. But let's go ahead and get that guy fixed up. The Orion took a pretty heavy beating, but I think he only lost 2 medium lasers, which I will be okay with. These medium lasers, I'll put back on it. There we go. That's all good to see. And then my mech, which took probably the biggest beating of them all, because I lost a ton of stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heat sinks and the SRM ammo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We lost an LRM ammo, so while we're here, we'll do that. I don't know if we have... Oh, we do have an LRM-10 we can replace it with. Awesome. And then 2 medium lasers. Do we have tier 3 still? We do. Awesome. Boosh and boosh. We did lose a large laser again, but I do have one to replace it. Do we have any on the market? Not really. Alright, so let's go ahead and replace it with this large laser. And then the missiles. We do have one more SRM-6 we can replace it with. Alright then, so that was kind of expensive. It's going to cost us about $250,000 just to replace those parts. Let's also buy one of those SRM-6. You know what? Let's go ahead and buy 2 of them, because it costs us a little bit, quite a bit of money, but those are actually really good in terms of missiles. I mean, they do more damage, they'll fire faster, things like that. So I'd rather just throw those on there to see if we can maybe get that mech to even do a little bit more damage. But while we're also here, let me go ahead and actually sell some of the stuff in here. Things like the small lasers. I know we're not going to need them. Medium lasers I'll keep. The 15, though, I don't think we mount to any mech. You got to remember, we also have mechs in storage. We got to remember that their weapons are also in here. Like these AC weapons, those are all for our blackjacks and for our Jaeger mech. So we got to be careful with those. I think they mount the LRM-10s too. PPC I'm going to keep for the Orion. I think that might be it. So we just sold a little bit of stuff, not too awful much. Let's go to home. I'll wait that out. Head over to the star map here. They got another rare mech for sale up there. And is that the no, that's not the disruption one. There's also one here. You know what? We haven't been over here before, so let's actually travel over there. See what see what kind of trouble we can get up to, essentially. Don't see much yet, but we'll see what this high... Let's do the destabilization one. Alright, well that didn't work out too well. There's one there, which I believe is a Liao mission. I don't know what that one is. There's a hero mech. We already went there. Never mind. We looked at that one already. Traveling down here would take us... It would take us out of just over $3.9 million. That's a lot of... I mean, we're losing a lot of money. Man, I want to see what that mission is, though. Let's do it. You know, why not? Worst comes to worst, we can always reload and go back if we have to. We're still waiting for the stalker to be repaired anyways, so it's finally repaired. I mean, those heavy mechs take... Or the assault mechs... Damn, that was... I mean, the other ones took like 28, 30 days, something like that. Stalker took almost 70 days, so... Yeah, they do take a while. So what do we got here? We got Chasing Ghost. A lot of rewards for this one. Okay, so this... I'm kind of reading through this one. Looks like this guy's son was a diplomat to the Ministry of Canopus, which I believe is House Liao. Could be wrong about that. So, and they were on a jump ship. So if you see those big, like a long, like tubular, not really tubular, but like scaffolding looking ships, that's a jump ship. And every once in a while, something happens that's called, they do what they call a mist jump. And a mist jump is something where a ship jumps to somewhere they didn't mean to. Whether it jumped too far, or like halfway through the jump, it broke up and it ripped itself apart. That's happened before. There's been times, there's one case where I guess a jump ship jumped so far, it ended up in like halfway across the known universe. So stuff like this can happen. So it's not like this guy's son was on one of those ships. And he said he thinks that he might have found his son on just a really odd planet where he should have been. But he thinks it's pirates rather than his son. But I think he said this is actually the planet that it's on. Yeah. So this is a it's a raid contract, yeah. So Outlaws, raid contract. It's pretty simple. We have a lot of negotiation points, so we'll get a little bit of everything here. Possibly a payout of 1.3 million, with a possible amount of coverage of 899,000. I know you guys can't see it, that's why I'm trying to read them off. We do have a low weight limit of 315 tons, so we'll just take the same group out. So not a big deal. I am kind of curious though. The Jaeger mech is a 65-ton mech, and I think that guy's a 75-ton. That guy's a 65-ton. So it would be the same as a Thunderbolt. So I was just kind of curious if we get a little more tonnage out of it. Here's what I want to do, guys. While this loads, though, I'm going to run and use the restroom really quick. So I will be right back there. So hopefully by the time we get back, it'll be ready to go. So I'm going to mute myself, and I'll let you guys listen to the music because it's not too bad. And then I will be back here, hopefully in about 5 minutes. So if you guys need to take a break, it'd be a good time to do so. So I'll put be our back screen, guys, and I will be right back. All right, everybody, I am back, and it looks like the mission is ready to rock and roll. Go ahead and pop back in here. Sure that I got volume again. Get ready there, which looks like we do. Okay. Hope you guys had a nice break there. It was well needed. I usually try not to take breaks, but every once in a while I have to. What do we got going on today? Hopefully this won't be too hard. I mean, this is only a 65, I think it is. So it's a little bit easier, but I mean, let's see. We saw 3 different 70 missions. We kind of struggled with the first one. The second one wasn't too bad. The third one was a pain in the butt. So we'll see.
Online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
The pirates in this star system are storing their munitions and equipment in warehouses on this planet. We'll be kicking the hornet's nest on this little expedition, so crippling their reserves will help us out significantly. On the plus side, this may lead us closer to Ravid.
By the way, that's the son's name. His name is Ravid. I don't know why, but it is.
Enemy eliminated.
I think we're gonna walk down this way and we'll turn right and then eventually go to the other two. So I head to this one. It's the furthest one away, but I think that's kind of what we need to go to first. Kind of looks like how the path goes. I would say this is a run and gun mission or type mission, but I don't think this mech can run, so it might just be like a leisurely stroll and run. We'll see here though. Hopefully it won't be too awful bad. I mean, it's kind of the one thing is this thing is. It seems like it's not super fast, which it's not, but it's got some pretty good armor to it, and so I'm not that concerned with it. Holy, let's see. All of a sudden, come over a hill and everything decides to pop up. Did not expect that at all, especially this far out. Wasn't quite ready for it. We took him down pretty quick though. A lot of tanks, so tanks in this game are not usually great. There's a couple that are pretty good. Shoot, I'm trying to think they're trying to think of some of the bigger tanks. There is one. Is it the Shredder or is it the Shriek? There's one that has 2 PPCs on it that's pretty good. There's one that actually mounts an AC-20, but it's like the slowest tank out there. So even if you find one of them, they're usually pretty easy to take out anyways.
Target destroyed.
Got another one.
Target destroyed.
My kill.
I know we don't have to take these guys out technically, but it's going to help us a little bit since it is not the first target yet. We haven't reached it yet, so killing a few of these guys, we won't have to have all these guys running after us after we're running to the next one.
Target destroyed.
they're going to bring in quite a few mechs, though. Oh, there's a rifleman. We got to take that guy out next. Because if we don't, that's, well, it's not the best mech in the world, but, still, it's something we need to take out. One leg gone. He's down.
Enemy eliminated.
What worries me, though, is that we haven't really reached the first... Oh, we just reached the first target, and we are already not looking great. Let's get in here and start wrecking shop. I'm hoping by eliminating more guys now, we won't have as many to deal with later. It's kind of the hope, at least, but not that that will happen.
Target down.
Alright guys, let's form up here. They just dropped another lance or at least a couple more mechs. Let's take out this assassin while we're here. And since you guys have stopped me, I can't do much else. Yep, I have a lot more of these guys. What is that one? Let's go ahead and take that guy out.
Requested target.
What else? Wait, hold on. There's two of them. Quick draw, and so there's two quick draws he just dropped off. I don't know if we'll be able to do this mission right. I mean, that my geyser seems like they're just waiting back there, so it's not ideal. Just lost a pod, which is not great, but yeah, I think I want to restart this mission, unfortunately. Because I am already pretty well. I've got a large laser and an SRM-6 left. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. All right, that's all right. Back it up. Restart this mission. Let's maybe try going a different way, because there was a lot of stuff on our way to that first one. Maybe if we can either go around there somehow or go to some of the other two first and hit that third one last, or that first one last, that might work out a little bit better. That might just be like the kind of final stand kind of thing. You know, that would make more sense. Just seemed like there was a lot of people there for a level 65 mission to be that difficult right off the bat. So yeah, let's try to take a different route and see if we can maybe take out a different order. What I also might have to do is get my change out my my stalker for my Thunderbolt again, and give the other person the probably give them like the Jaeger mech or something like that, just so that we can move faster and just do a running gun type mission. So I'll be honest with you, I don't know if the stalker, I mean, while the stalker does a lot of damage, I don't know if we're really, it's good for a type of mission like this. But we'll give it one more try and see if not, we'll load back in one of the older stages when we enter the system, and we'll swap out a couple mechs.
Warning. Hangar doors opening. Stand clear.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Alright guys, let's form up here.
Turrets in this star system are storing their munitions and equipment in warehouses on this planet. We'll be kicking the hornet's nest on this little expedition, so crippling their reserves will help us out significantly. On the plus side, this may lead us closer.
Yeah, it looks like there might be a little cavern down here that might, or like a, oh, I don't know. I was just calling it an alley, but it's not really an alley. Like a valley of valley. I'm like, why couldn't I think of that word? That would might lead down to these other targets that might be a little bit easier to get into. They're already sending tanks after us. So that might be the direction we need to go, is up this hill to the and then up to the left. There's a helicopter that just went down there. That was not great.
Crawling in behind you. Target eliminated.
Kind of waiting for my guys to catch up here, so that we can get. Well, this is not going to end well.
Target acquired.
Target is down.
Problem is, if we don't keep pressing, I mean, we can't really stop right now. It's not one of those missions we can just stand and fight, which is not great for me, because this mech does not like to run at all.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Coordinated fire on requested target.
Man, they have riflemen all over this place. Here's kind of the idea I have. Let's see if we can distract one of the riflemen with the rest of my lance. I'm going to run over here and just hit these two targets really quick to see if maybe I can take them out. It looks like that rifleman's getting hit pretty hard, though, so they aren't the best mechs in the world, I'll be honest with you. They even say that in the lore they're not the best mechs, and they replace them with the Jaeger mechs. Essentially, a Jaeger mech is the upgraded version of a rifleman. There's a grasshopper sitting down there, too.
Hostile mech down.
I can destroy that one. Alright, cool.
Destroyed.
Alright, let's back off this hill.
Target.
Because now, the only thing that hit me was this thing. And hopefully I can take it out with that shot. There we go.
Target acquired.
Ooh, there's a quick draw. There's two quick draws around here. So let's just keep moving.
Moving to your 6, Commander.
It looks like that grasshopper came over that hill. So this is not one of those to stand and fight. Unless we had 4 assault mechs, which at this point in the game, number one, you couldn't even drop that much. But even if you could, would probably not be ideal.
Target destroyed.
This is the kind of mission that would be really good if you had light mechs that are just super fast that you could, run through places with. This would be kind of the mission you would go after them for.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
But unfortunately, we do not have any light mechs because I'm not that good with them. Another quick draw. Or is that a quick draw? Yeah, that is. Alright, well. Quick draw. I'm going to walk through this wall here whether you like it or not.
I lost a component.
There's 2 down.
Positioning on you, Commander.
Let's try to keep moving here. Problem is, I think we're about to lose one of our mechs though. That oh, there he goes.
Damage like this much longer. I got it.
That might have not been good for us. There should be 2 more buildings we need to take out here. We're doing a lot better on this mission. Seems like we've actually left a lot of the mechs that we were trying to fight. We've already left them behind, so that's good.
Target destroyed.
However, we still got to take out 1 more here.
Target acquired.
Got another one.
Target
1 more
destroyed.
facility to take out here. That's what we got. Yeah, look at this. That is ludicrous.
Incoming missile.
You know what? I'm charging down this hill. Or sliding down this hill. Alright, come on. Don't mind if I drop in for a bit. Terrible joke, I know. game's having issues with me keeping up with all this, which is not great.
Target destroyed.
Alright, we gotta take out, there's one more. We took out one in warehouse while we were on top of the hill. See if we can take out this last one really quick.
Down. No sign of Rabbit, but the ammunition stores are fully destroyed. Good job. This was still a worthwhile venture.
Now the other thing is, can we get out of here before our guys die? Other issue that we have.
Incoming missile.
An assassin over there. We'll take him out while we're running out. Could be wrong.
Critical.
Don't want to overheat the mech because we're only 500 meters from this place.
Missile.
Come on. Something's hitting us hard. I don't know what it is. I think we might have got out of range of them, which is, or at least most of them, at least.
Right leg gone.
Of course. Although I think, fingers crossed, I didn't lose a pot on that mission, so it might just be armor damage we took. I mean, the rest of the guys, we have a lot of work to do on those mechs, but we got that mission done. That was kind of the big thing. I have anything left to try? I don't. That's unfortunate. Oh well, that's okay. So fingers crossed we didn't lose that pilot, which I don't think we would have. I think he just lost all of his weapons, and so he decided to punch out. So it's not the worst idea in the world, but hopefully he didn't. Hopefully he didn't die. If he did, that's unfortunate. But you know. Alrighty, what can we get? I'm gonna need some medium lasers. I do know that. We'll take 3 medium lasers like that. He's injured, but he's still alive. So he actually lost both his legs. Okay, fair enough. I can fix that. This one we lost, looks like a heat sink. We might have lost a heat sink there and just repairing some armor there. Yeah, I'm not going to... This is 75% more, so we're already looking at an extra $200,000. I can actually fly... Hold on, let me look here. I'm looking for... I'll be honest with you, it looks like it actually might be closer to go to a Liao space. It's only going to cost us $300 grand. That's going to cost us $350. I don't see any more over here. I'm actually going to go to this one because this one, they actually like us over here. So we look at that. So we're already looking at paying an extra, $200,000 just for that one mech. So we can almost travel to here for that much. And that's one of the easier mechs to repair because it didn't lose anything. There's a cataphract for sale. That might be an interesting one to look at. Let's edit this loadout here. We'll hit repair all. We did lose a single heat sink over here. That's no big deal. We'll go ahead and replace that. And the Orion just lost armor. Repair mech. We're only paying $267,000 instead of the $400,000. So we're saving quite a bit of money just by coming back here. Repair all. We lost a single heat sink over here, which for the fire we were taking, that's actually really good. This one we're gonna have to edit just a little bit. Yeah, we actually, for being completely knocked out of a fight, only losing 6 heat sinks and a medium laser, I'm okay with that. So let's do this and this and this. Tier 2 medium laser, or we can put on, you know what? Let's remove that one. Put some level 3s on there, see if that helps. Same with up here. There we go, since we have them. I mean, fair enough, we'll probably need to get more, but upgrading all those lasers will help that mech a little bit more. I mean, fair enough, it won't be able to survive any better, but, you know, that's still okay. Let's look at this cataphract, because this is an interesting little mech. It's kind of an experimental one. This is a heavier mech. It's not the, doesn't have the biggest punch in the world, but it's still a decent little mech. We really don't need it though, because it's only a 70-ton mech. We're kind of looking for some heavier ones. So let's kind of wait on this guy here. Let's go ahead and then we'll head back out to here. Everything's refitted now. We had to pay our bills though, and then but everything's refitted. Everybody's healed and ready to go again. So, I mean, it's probably what, 600 grand to travel back and forth there. It might, price wise, it might have saved us a little bit, but with the bills though, it might have been probably around broke even. So it's not too. I wish there was one a little bit closer. We wouldn't have to worry about that as much, but you know, that's okay. 4 available contracts. We also have one for here. Oh, this is Magistry of Canopus, which is interesting, but I don't want to do those. I want to do something like this. What worries me though is the damage coverage. You know, you guys really can't see it. We can put a max of 11 points in there, and we don't have 11 points. But we can put up to $1.7 million in just repairs, which is not a great thing for what we're going to try to get out of this. But I'm going to put a bunch of points into salvage to see if maybe we can get some of this. Sometimes your demolition contracts can actually be a pretty good way to make some money if you can find some mechs to salvage. But we're really not. Oh well, it's like we really aren't going for that, but we can at least try. I mean, demolition contracts we have to blow up a couple different things, kind of like what we did, but usually it's just one. It's one area we have to blow up. So we just got to be a little more careful. Usually I'll have my guys circle around around the place we're blowing up while I go blow it up myself. So we'll see how that goes. I haven't done one of these in a little bit, so it might be. I don't think we've done one with the Stalker either. So we'll see how this goes with us. Think about this like a defense mission, but instead of us defending, we're attacking. Essentially how these missions go. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it's decent. I don't know though. Come on, game. I guess while we're waiting, I can kind of tell you guys kind of about what I do. So I do stream. I'm kind of a newer streamer. I think we've been going now for just over 4 months now. I've been streaming. I stream 3 days a week, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Usually Tuesdays we play some sort of creative game or tycoon game. We've been playing Planet Coaster for the past couple of weeks. And we finally got, well, I'm wanting to finish up the Thunder Falls ride off screen just so that we can get it done. We were getting close to it when we prematurely ended on Tuesday. On Thursday, we've been playing some older games. We've been playing recently Colonization, been actually kind of fun. So we've been kind of playing games like that. We played Stardew Valley beforehand, which I know is not an older game, but it kind of looks like one of those retro old games. And then Fridays, we've been playing MechWarrior a lot. Before this, we played Evil Genius, which hopefully the Evil Genius 2 will be coming out here soon, and we'll be able to play that on the channel. I'm really kind of excited about that. So fingers crossed we'll get that here soon. And if that's true, what I'll do is probably bump MechWarrior to Thursdays, or bump Colonization, those games, to off the schedule essentially, and then put Evil Genius there. I don't know quite yet. We'll see. I was kind of hoping it would be out, probably August, September kind of time. But we haven't heard anything about that one yet, so we'll see how that goes. Let's see what this mission is all about.
This area has been marked as a potential location of Ravid, and if not, it's likely that the pirates here were responsible for whatever fate had fallen upon him. Attack the base, and I'll perform a scan for any
So either way, even if he's here or not, we're just going to destroy it. See, oh crap, there's a... Oh, there's a dragon. Haven't seen one of those in this game yet. Dragons are a neat little mech. They're heavy mechs, so we probably won't need one, but still, it's a fun little mech to have. They tear up kind of easily, though. I mean, you can kind of see how that easy that one was to take out. Guys, actually go over to that. Go after the Orion there, because that's a decent mech. We have to worry about that a little bit more here. That's not what I wanted to do.
Target identified. Bring it down. Leave nothing left for them to salvage.
He's hurting. I just don't know which leg I've destroyed. It's the left leg we haven't destroyed yet. Somebody take that guy out, please. Come on, Mech. Alright, we got those guys down now. So let's start wrecking shop here.
Tango down!
This looks expensive.
Sky Commander, I'm showing major damage to the target
Well,
facility.
I can see why they say these things cook pretty easily, because they cook pretty easily. But that's fair. Do 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 do. We lost a large laser somehow. That's not good.
I'm showing heavy damage to a number of
Something blew up there.
We appear to be about halfway there.
I mean, this looks like a nice farming village. I didn't want to really destroy it, but I mean, this is what we get paid for. So, guys, take that guy out.
Received. Engaging.
You're almost there, Commander. Only 25% of this area remains.
Yeah!
We might just kill all their forces too, and not have to worry about it. Maybe not. There's more coming in.
We have your target, Commander.
No sign of Rabbit here, but at least the pirates and outlaws here have been dealt a serious blow.
Crap. Didn't see that mech going critical until I was almost on top of it.
I can't sustain damage like this much longer.
Well, let's walk out of here then.
Forming on the commander.
I wonder if I do this,
All weapons hold.
if they'll just run after me faster.
Forming on you.
Since they don't, technically they won't start firing anymore. I don't know. We'll see. I may take a little bit of a beating. I think. Well,
Heavy fire. Breaking up.
if the grasshopper would start moving, he might have lost a leg again, which is not ideal. But look at this landscape, though. It's very nice to walk through.
Being torn apart. Damage critical.
I think he might be a little dramatic. I could be wrong, but yeah, I think that one was pretty successful. I don't, hopefully we can make it out of here. a little bit before these guys start catching up to us.
No longer combat effective, Commander.
Mission complete, Commander. Let's go home.
Well, I get a feeling he might have just lost both his legs again, because the way he was moving, I think he might have just lost that, which is, I can repair that. That's no big deal. Well, and also, if this was only a two-parter, it might give us all those rewards, so we'll see what those are. If not, there's a part 3, and yeah, hopefully we can finish it, because you know, we'll see. Kind of an issue, but if there's a third part, we'll have to go back to an industrial hub and repair again. So I don't think we'll be able to repair that grasshopper for what we got out of it. So wow, there's not much at all we can claim. We'll grab the missile launchers because they're worth stuff, and the burst fires because they're kind of right behind them value-wise. Yeah. So he's still just... he actually cored the grasshopper, which is not ideal. But, hold on here. Chasing Ghost Part 2. Oh, so this... so that's what I thought. They're calling themselves... whatever the guy's name was. It sounds like the pirates are actually his son, and he doesn't want to admit that, which is interesting. Let's see here. Repair that one. This one, we'll have to... if I just repair this mech here. This one I'm more kind of concerned about. Let's actually fly back to... there's got to be an industrial hub out here somewhere. As to where, I'm not sure. We'll just fly back to here, and hopefully they won't be too mad at us. So we did take out a lot of their mechs. Let's be honest here. We'll see here, shortly at least. Battle mechs. Let's go here. Edit loadouts. We did lose that large laser, but we'll get all those repaired. We only have that one large laser, which is not great. And all that, they might have one on the market. They do, but it's... we'll take it because it's better than what we have. So, excuse me, my throat is getting a little bit clogged up here. Oh boy, this is not going to be fun. All right. Those medium lasers I just put on, this looks like 3 of them got destroyed, which is not great. And one of the large lasers we put, or the large laser we put on there is not great either. All right, let's. We have nowhere near the heat sinks we need. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 1. Hopefully the market has a few. It has 6. Not ideal. Let's do it here. Yeah, I don't think that's $281,000. It costs us probably close to $600,000 or $700,000 if we were still out in that field. So let's go over here though. Market equipment in our inventory here. Ballistic weapons, those AC-5 burst fires. Let's go and get rid of those because we really don't need them. Those were a good haul, but we really didn't need them. Let's get rid of these 2 LRM-10s. That's 200 grand there, and the LRM-15. We don't really need those. So, not terrible. We get a little bit of money out of it, but not too awful much. Yeah, I think we'll just have to wait this one out a little bit. Let's go ahead and start traveling back to where we were. There we go. A lot of traveling in this episode. Usually we don't have to do too much traveling because we can do 2 or 3 missions right in a row and then, have to go back and repair. But these missions we've been kind of having to, we'll attack one, or we'll do one, have to run back repair because it was, it's a huge mission though. So once again, level 70. So fun stuff there. This is an assassination mission, so it's very possible we get quite a bit of salvage, or quite some good salvage out of it. So let's load everything up here. Do they have a market here? They do. Nope. Looks like that the grasshopper might just have to run up with one less heat sink for now. I'm okay with that. I mean, it does cook quite a bit, but 9 times out of 10, losing one heatsink is not too awful bad. You lose 4 or 5 of them, yeah, they can be kind of bad in that mech, but yeah, I think we'll be okay. He's actually getting quite a bit of skill. He's maxed out his heat management already, which is a good thing in that mech. He's almost got his armor and evasion up is 100% completed. Unfortunately, that mech does not have any ballistic weapons on there, but he does have the lasers almost maxed, and missiles are getting there. He's at 5 out of 8 there, so I'm nowhere near where I should be on everything. I mean, lasers 8 out of 10, fair enough, but missiles could be there's a lot left to be desired. Same with the ballistic isn't as bad, but seems like I can go up in lasers pretty quick. The ballistic takes a little bit, and the missiles are kind of hit or miss. Kind of wish we could get the heat thing up, though. That would be nice. Or the dodge, or the shield. If we can get all these skills up, it'd be kind of nice. But maybe that's just me looking at that. So this one, we pretty much have to capture this guy's son, which is fair. It happens. So stretch out my back a little bit. So we got about a little less than an hour left of the stream. The way we've been going, we'll probably do 1 or 2 more missions. That's probably about it today. We've done a lot of harder missions. We've actually got them done pretty easily. Easily in a sense that we actually got them done. But we'll see. We'll try to do at least 2 more. I do have something I have to do right after the stream, so we have to, we can't run over any time, unfortunately. But I'll try my best to do as many missions as I can between now and then. If not, we'll just have to wait till next week and see what happens. So, kind of like an old TV show. Like, tune in next week to see what happens. And thankfully, I was never. I mean, there was series that I watched like that, but it was kind of a little bit after my time. I could kind of catch up a little bit faster and see some reruns and things like that. So, yeah, nothing too crazy. Also, I also got kind of tired. I know it kind of happened yesterday too. It was like I was doing okay till like about 6 or 7 o'clock, and all of a sudden I kind of hit a wall. Just felt super tired, but I'm okay now. Nothing too bad. So the assassination contract. Remember what happened last time? We had to take out that Cyclops, and I think half our Lance almost died. What kind of worries me though, it says all targets. That might just be one guy, or it could be 3 or 4 people. So we'll have to take a look at that here shortly.
Online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Well, this is certainly tricky. Ravid is seemingly alive and well, but as the leader of the very bandits that occupy these fringe worlds, Baron Stroud hopes we can take him alive, but we can't take any risks.
1533.
Ravid's bottleneck first and foremost. Worry about your well-being first, and if we're lucky, he'll still be alive. But if he dies, he dies.
Wait a minute, is that a Rocky reference there? I mean, it is. Don't get me wrong. That was the Russian guy. Oh, I can't. I'm not that great with Rocky movies, but yeah, if he dies, he dies. That's like his quote. Like when he's fighting Apollo. What is his name? I'm gonna remember it later. I'm gonna be kicking myself for not remembering during the stream, but yeah, that was a Rocky. That's pretty cool. I always love it when games do stuff like that, where they don't have to, you know, but like they didn't emphasize it at all. They just threw it in there as dialogue.
Target acquired.
Ooh, oh crap. So you remember when Apollo fought that guy? This is about what that is. That's an Atlas that just popped up there. That's a massive mech.
Target acquired.
That's a Stalker, so we've got two Assault Mechs already. Awesome. There's only 3 targets we have to kill. One's a Stalker. One's a Atlas, looks like, so that's fun. And then one is another thing that I don't know what it is yet. It's this thing, which is a stalk. So 2 Stalkers and a 2 Stalkers and an Atlas. Well, that's didn't expect that. I'll be honest with you. But we know what the Achilles heel of the Stalker is well, number one, it's legs. I mean, all mechs, their legs are vulnerable. But if we have to, we can start taking off pods. And it looks like we already got 1 leg down on that Stalker.
Incoming missile.
He's running. He's down. Well, we got 1 down, but I got a feeling this isn't going to end well the first time for us.
Target acquired.
This thing right here, take it out.
Target received. Engaging.
Critical.
Because my heat is just not great right now.
Detected.
I think I've lost. Yep, I lost a pod, which is not great. Lost all my large lasers, which also isn't great. Got medium lasers left, and that's about it. He's down now, though, so that's good. That's a partisan heavy tank. That's not really what we need to kill. I don't know where the other guy is, and that kind of worries me. Alright, well, I've lost all weapons now. So I'm going to restart that mission. Well, I don't know if we're doing this mission. I didn't expect to have to kill 3 assault mechs at once. So, that's going to be interesting. I mean, we've seen 2 assault mechs before, and they came with heavy mechs. And this is the first time we've seen 3 together. This is not going to be an easy fight. Which also kind of emphasized I need to get some more assault mechs, is what it sounds like. I don't know what... I mean, we could have gotten maybe the Cyclops, but even then, the firepower is not 100% great. Really, some of the lower, level 80 and 85 assault mechs really are just heavy. Or they're just heavy mechs with more armor. Even the Stalker. I mean, the Stalker is starting to get to the point where it's like, yeah, we got a little more weapons. But you know, who knows? It's a little bit different. So we gotta kind of keep an eye out for him. I think we took out 2 Stalkers pretty easily. Just that third one was that Atlas, which I don't think it's a fully maxed out Atlas. So that's one thing that's kind of going for us. Like a fully maxed out Atlas would be an LRM-20, an AC-20, I think 4 medium lasers and 2 large lasers. It's a hefty mech, and even with that AC-20 is its main weapon, and it's usually, if you can find a single shot AC-20 for that mech, it's one of the hardest mechs to take out, period. So we'll see. A little concerned about this one. So it might be a little easier, instead of just running through a bunch of guys like that, let's try to stay back a little bit more and take out as many people as we can, like the tanks and stuff like that. Because I think, you know, there's still quite a few of them out there.
Reactor
I think if we
online.
can take them out, it might be a little bit easier on
Online.
us.
Weapons online.
But now we know they're all three in the same
systems
location,
nominal.
though.
Well, this is certainly tricky. Ravid is seemingly alive and well, but as the leader of the very bandits that occupy these fringe worlds. Baron Stroud hopes we can take him alive, but we can't take any risks. Incapacitate Ravid's battleneck first and foremost. Worry about your well-being first, and if we're lucky, he'll still be alive. But if he dies, he dies.
I'm still trying to figure out what that guy's name is. What is his name? It's going to drive me crazy until I figure it out. No, I'm not going to do the accent either. It's, if you look it up, you know, it's Apollo. It's Apollo Creed, and is it Rocky? I think it's Rocky 3 that he takes him on, or 2, something like that.
Acquired.
So yeah.
Target eliminated.
There's a lot of helicopters that come over this hill, I think. And I think that's what we were having issues with. Alright. There's the Atlas. Do we take it out? You know what? If it comes towards us,
Target.
Acquired.
let's take it out.
Focusing the shared target.
He's one of them, so... Let's take him out first, hopefully. But yeah, this is an interesting way to see an Atlas for the first time. I was kind of hoping to see it in a market first, before we got this close to one. All right, none of my Lance decided to come with me. Awesome. All right, one leg's gone on the Atlas. Start running this way because we've already lost one pod off the side. It's not great. Just gonna walk this way. Let my Lance take care of the Atlas for a moment while we cool off. The Atlas is down. All right. Next.
Target ID received. Engaging.
And this game's starting to have some issues, or my computer's starting to have issues with this game. All the ordnance stuff like that moving or flying around, it does not like it. Somehow my Thunderbolt is behind the Stalker. I don't know how I did that, but it did. Well, there's also an Orion here. It's not great. I think it's an Orion.
Being torn apart. Damage critical.
Where's that Stalker at? We need to take him out. Alright, it's behind me. I don't think we're gonna make it this time either. Dang it. Yeah, I've got no weapons again. Alright, well, this is not gonna end well. Alright, well, the problem is it seems like there's a lot of people that come out with the Lance, and that's kind of the issue that I'm kind of seeing, because it's not just the 3 assault mechs. It's 3 assault mechs plus and it looks like an Orion there. There's a medium mech of some sort and a bunch of tanks and helicopters, and then that's kind of our issue. I don't know what else we could do. Like with the mechs we have now, I just don't know what else we can do. And because I really want to do this mission, I kind of want to see what the reward is. So I think, I could be wrong, the guy we're going after is in the Atlas, which would make sense. If that's true, if we can just headshot both the Stalkers, we can then just try to leg the Atlas, and then we can try to go for the heads on both the Orion and stuff like that, just to try to get those out of the fight. Now, I know it's a little bit harder to do, but that might be something that might work out a little bit better for us here. I'm not 100% sure, though. But we'll see. It's Not looking great for us right this second, but yeah, the Stalker is one of those mechs where if you can just blow off both torsos, it loses all of its weapons, which is nice in a way, but at the same time, it's kind of a pain in the butt, especially if you pilot one. I really want to, as much as I've kind of enjoyed the Stalker, I think it's time to try to find something else. Maybe like a Battle Master or something like that, just to try to get out of this mech. I'd love to try to find like in the assault carrier, if we can find a Atlas to pilot, it'd be awesome. Or maybe a Battle Master, something like that might work. All right.
Reactor.
I'm trying to think if there's another way
online.
we can maybe approach this to make this a little bit easier on us.
Weapons
But I don't
online.
see
All systems nominal.
another way to go.
While this is certainly tricky, Ravid is seemingly alive and well, but as the leader of the very bandits that occupy these fringe worlds. Baron Stroud hopes we can take him alive, but we can't take any risks. Incapacitate Ravid's battlemech first and foremost. Worry about your well-being first, and if we're lucky, he'll still be alive. But if he dies, he dies.
I'm also trying to go a little bit slower so that my mechs will stay with me, because for some odd reason they don't want to stay with me.
Follow the commander.
Alright, let's start taking out some of these guys out here. Hopefully maybe that will help a little bit. Don't quite know though.
Target destroyed. New target.
Target down.
Target destroyed.
So the more we can pull out here and destroy, the less we have to worry about when we're starting to fight all those assault mechs.
Target acquired.
Fighting in these trees also not ideal when you're trying to fight these really small or really small like tanks and stuff like that. Not ideal in the least bit. Alright, looks like he something popped up. So let's see, what about this direction here? Hold on.
Target acquired.
Moving to your 6, Commander.
There's just a little alley back this way. I don't know if that will help us at all, but if we can get all of our guys to move over to where we're at. There's 2 assault mechs already coming around the corner, and I don't know what they're going to be.
Target acquired.
There's a stalker.
Eliminated.
I'm trying to see what it is.
Target destroyed.
Oh, come on, guys. Oh, we got something. That's the stalk. Oh, it's a stalker and the Atlas. All right. Well, that's not ideal. Let's take out the Atlas first, guys.
Focusing the shared target.
New target acquired. System offline.
Dang it. All right. Well, try to get out of here. See if we can get some of the lance mates to pick up that Atlas.
Target acquired.
Copy. We're on it, sir.
All right, one's down. One leg's down.
Taking too much damage. Component lost.
Destroyed.
All right, there's one down.
Incoming missile. Target acquired.
There's a stalker nearby. Let's take him out next. There's already second one's already on us.
Incoming missile.
I can't. Why can I move? Come on. There we go. Let's try to pull back this way. if we can pull them back this way, hopefully we can only get hit by one of them at a time. Because that's kind of the idea that is. Alright, both his legs have no armor on them. So that's better. Alright, he's down now. Alright, well,
Enemy eliminated.
we can clean some of this up a little bit.
Watch it now. My last kill's about to explode.
Are the assassins down? He's going after that. One of my guys is going after the stalker, so we just better go before he gets killed.
Stay damaged like this much longer.
So the guy that went after the stalker gets hit once, and he goes, "I can't do this." Like, no duh, you ran in front of everybody.
Heat critical.
Dang it, I lost at least lost a pod there. Alright, cool.
Vitals from Ravid's battle mech. It looks like he's officially KIA. Anyways, get yourself out of there before the pirates swarm you. It's a shame we had to kill Ravid, but it was a potential risk. Still, I have to wonder what happened to him in the last decade to turn him into whatever he was. We've gotten all of them, Commander. Good job.
So maybe he wasn't in the
Head to the evac point.
Atlas. Of course, that could have just been part of the story too, that he doesn't survive. You know, could happen. We took a beating pretty hard in that one, so didn't expect for that one to take this much time, but that took about 20 some minutes. What in the world? It took about 20 minutes just to
Copy. Moving
to
into position.
get that one done. Back it down here. So guys, that might be the last mission I do. I'll repair the mechs and we'll see how much time we have left. But I kind of have a hard stop right at 4 o'clock. So kind of depends. If we do another mission like that, we won't have enough time. So with our mechs and everything, we'll see. You know, I'm not saying we're going to end it here, but you know, we'll take a look here. Hopefully the rewards are pretty good. I don't know if we will, because I don't know if he can survive, if we get a better reward then, but I don't know. Alright, we get the assassins, not bad, but I'd prefer there's some large lasers here that are really good. How about the mediums? There's some good mediums here we could take. And we'll take a large. We can't take all of them, unfortunately. Heat sinks, we'll take one because we know we're going to replace pretty much all of mine. Wow. So you can see here. So pretty much they just being pirates. But have you seen the rewards though? I mean, so Seabell's reputation. 2 large pulse lasers, an extended range PPC, a small pulse laser, and an AMS. Automated rapid fire weapon that tracks down. That's anti-missiles. That is awesome. And we've hit level 11. Awesome. Ooh, we actually might have some story here. Hold on.
Hey, boss man. Keeping me and the crew real busy lately. Glad to see the contracts rolling in. Like that. Doing a bloody good job too, gotta say. Just one thing though. You and your fellow pilots might want to dodge the enemy's fire a little better, eh? We're running triple shifts after some of these jobs. And I know you're doing your level best under the circumstances. I get that, I do. It ain't easy. All I'm saying is, try to bring the mechs home with all their limbs still attached. That's not too much to ask, is it? No, it isn't, mate. It's pretty bloody reasonable, I
Well,
think.
you know, that's fair.
Well, there you go. Some friendly advice on the house, Guff. Gonna get back to work now. Catch you later.
All right, cool. So actually, we do have some story missions here, or story, you know, the next story quest. Those pulse lasers might go on my stalker. I'm not sure yet, because I'm pretty sure they go in the center torso, which is okay. You know, we'll see
Hey,
here.
Commander. Thanks to Spears' people, we now know we're somewhere within Inferno's current sphere of operations. However, we still haven't been able to pinpoint the location of their base. What we have learned is the name of the man who killed your father, the leader of Black Inferno. Name's Andreas Kane.
It's a king crab, by the way.
Loyal to one of the Marek factions
Pretty
for a
cool.
while, making a nasty name for himself. He was responsible for several massacres as well.
That's not good, though.
Of course, that was before he struck out on his own and set up shop as a mercenary. After that, his trail runs cold. Unfortunately, that means there's a lot we still don't know, like how Inferno became as big as they are, or who their current benefactor is.
Andreas Kane. When we find him, Rihanna, I'm gonna tear him and his mech limb from limb.
I have no doubt, Commander, but we need to find him first. I've been scanning the comms looking for any mention of Inferno activity. Not 10 minutes ago, I picked up a distress call from a nearby port city. They've come under successive attacks by a mercenary group and are asking for immediate help. Sound familiar?
Sure does.
The distress call had this image embedded in the transmission. It's a map of the city and port. I think it's best if I drop you down here, just outside this farm. You can proceed from there into the main city itself and ensure that it's protected. The port is nearby, over here. That's where I'll pick you up once the city and port have been secured. Questions?
Nope. Plan sounds good.
All right. Get us where we need to go, Commander. I'll keep monitoring the situation.
Roger that.
So that seems like a little bit longer of a mission. I don't think we'll have quite the time to get that done today. However, we do have some mechs we need to repair, so let's go to the SAR map here. We'll head back up this way. Did it say where we needed to go? Lock and load. Here we go. View system here. Oh, it's on, literally on, it's almost $1 million just to travel to there. Yeah, that's a bit of a distance. Looking at these clusters down to see what level they are. Still, most of them are level 9 still. But let's head up to here. It's going to cost us 400 grand to get to there. So we'll repair our mechs there, and that's probably will end the stream. So I want to do that next, the next story mission by next. So it's probably going to take us more than, that mission's probably going to be another 20-minute mission, unfortunately. So I will end it. It's like, so let's prepare the mechs and let's see what kind of loadout we can put on our mech here. The grasshopper I have a little bit more repair on. We'll edit this loadout here. Funny enough, after all this time, we still have not lost that Gauss rifle, which I'm amazed about. We don't have any SRM4s here. That is not good. Medium lasers, we'll put that on there. We're going to get another PPC for this guy. Right there. Or do we put the large laser on there? It might lighten that mech up a little bit, but hold. That's what it is. So my dad just yelled downstairs. Ivan Drago is what I was thinking of, and I couldn't think of the name. I'm like, yeah, no, duh, that's his name, but I couldn't remember it. But yeah, there's that. We'll have to unfortunately take off the Artemis one, and we'll just buy a couple of the regular SRM ammos, but that's okay. He's now a ton underweight. Let's go ahead and put another heatsink in the engine slot here. That should help him cool off a little bit faster. Let's head over to the grasshopper. We'll edit that one. Repair all here. Only lost a medium laser. All right. Well, I can live with that. And this one, we did lose. I think. Yeah, we lost a pod, and well, actually, I think we lost the right torso. Is what happened. So let's get the medium lasers back on here. The SRM6 we're going to have to redo there. Got a single heat sink. We need to buy some more. I can remember Ivan Drago. Why in the world did I not forget that or remember that name? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Now here's the other thing is, so here's the difference between pulse lasers and regular lasers. So the large laser I have on, well, this is I lost the good one, which is unfortunate, but let's take that one off. So the large laser has 5 tons. It can shoot 11.5 times per minute. Heat is 6 and a match rate is 675. So we lose a little bit of range, so there's only 602. It generates a little more heat. It weighs more, but it also does a 1.9 times the damage. So that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and throw those on here. Technically, that gets us to our weight that we're looking at, which I don't know if I want to keep that or not, but because we lost 2 heat sinks, essentially that's what we're doing. And we're already having issues with overheating on this mech. But we're going to try it, though. Worst comes to worst, we turn it back to where it was, so... Did it not... Did I accidentally hit cancel? Oh, I did. Dang it. Alright, well, let's retry that. Large laser off there. Large pulse lasers. SRM6. And 2 medium lasers. And we need to go put the heat sinks back in here. Move one over to that center, or that left torso there. We'll give it a try. If it doesn't work, we'll, you know. What? Something didn't like that. Because it just kept kicking me out of there. What in the world's going on here? So let's just remove all the bad stuff. And let's replace it with what we had in there. Large or medium lasers here and here. And we have the money and everything. I don't know why it's not. Alright, I don't know why it was not letting me do that. But there's something, there's a couple things I do want to sell. Things like the extended range pulse laser, or extended range PPC. We'll never use that. Same with the small laser. We'll never use that one. This is tempting to sell. But you know what? That might be really good on the Stalker. Just to help defend ourselves against missiles. So let's wait and see if maybe for some reason there was just maybe a bit of a bug that it doesn't like me repairing everything and editing the loadout and stuff like that. So let's try this. What does this need to... Oh, you actually need a AMS, like a red slot. Yeah. Alrighty, well, we'll keep it for now, just to see maybe we can use it later. Let's try this. We need some heat sinks, please. Yeah, I have no idea why it wouldn't let me do that. That was really odd. Alright, let's wait the 7 days. And there we go. We are all good there. Look and see. They have another Cyclops here, but we don't have quite the money for that one. See if there's any mechs we could maybe sell if we wanted to get that. I mean, we could sell the Jaeger mech. The Jaeger mechs, you know. I mean, or we can sell the Blackjacks. The Blackjacks we haven't really been using, and we'll keep the heavier mechs. That would give us, what, 2.7 million? So it would put us right about the same price. You know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's pull the trigger. Not worry about it. Do the Blackjack. So we're at 7.5 million. Market, how much is that, Cyclops? 6 point, 6 point, no. I don't know about that. I think we can sell over here that we have just a crap ton of. Not really. Sucks that I keep all my stuff actually cleaned out, but since we don't have those don't have those weapons anymore, we can just sell those. 8.3. If we buy that, I really don't like how that thing's loaded out though. There's a rare mech. Oh, there's a rare mech on the market over here. So, you know what? Let's just jump around a little bit and see if maybe we can find a different assault mech. And we'll have 2 then. We might even sell one of our you know, lighter heavy mechs. just to try to make up the cost here. Maybe the Jaeger mech. We can get rid of the Jaeger mech. We haven't really used it much. Huh. What are the odds we find one of those here? And it's got the AC, a single shot AC-20 on it. 4 medium lasers, and LRM-20. Alright, let's see what we can sell. Let's sell the Jaeger mech first. That would give us enough money, technically. Well, it's iffy, but we could sell it. Let's sell our Centurion. Alright, so now we're down quite a few mechs. We have four heavies, an assault, and then the Hunchback, which is a medium. But we just got one of the most feared mechs in the game, and didn't really have to pay that much for it. It was only $10 million, so doesn't need to be repaired or anything, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm kind of happy about this. I kind of want to take it out, but I know if I do, it's going to be a while. Oh, that's the one. It actually looks like a person, which is kind of funny. I'm going to keep it that way. But let's go ahead and at least paint it so we can see it. But man, that's going to be a fun mech to pilot. This is going to be my new command mech. FF6431 3B0092, and this one EEFF00. I think we actually lightened it up a little bit for this one. Yeah, there it is. Hold on, let me just show you. Let's pop out to the hangar here just to show you how big this Atlas really is. There's a Stalker and the Atlas sitting next to each other. These things are massive. You can see next to the foot here of one of these things. You can really just kind of get a idea of how big these things really are. This is gonna be cool. I cannot wait for next week now, because I don't have the time. I know if I run over, it's not going to end well for me. So, well, there, guys. There's your hero shot. That's hopefully. So next time, what we'll do is we'll run up to the next story mission and start doing that one. Hopefully, we have a good assortment of mechs. A lot of. Because it looks like we were running missions that we needed heavier or kind of heavier mechs anyways. So I think even level 10 stuff, I think we'll not have to worry too much about it. So yeah, I think that's where we're going to stop for now. I'm a little concerned about like weight. We're not going to have we're going to have too much weight for some missions. That's what I'm kind of concerned about. But we'll see next time. We'll see how this decision goes. Guys, thanks for joining me today. I do appreciate it. I know we're cutting it a little bit short, but I do have something I have to do today. It's something that's got to be planned. It was planned earlier this week, so hopefully you guys enjoyed today. I know I did. If you guys are new here, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. If you guys would just leave a follow on Twitch here, it'd be great. I think we're up to 28 followers, if I'm not mistaken. So we're actually almost 60% of the way to getting the affiliate goal of 50. Then we just got to work on getting enough viewers to watch during the streams here, which I have no doubt we've been getting better every stream, so I think we'll be just fine there. If you guys are watching this later, either on Twitch or on YouTube, I do appreciate that as well. I do stream if you guys want to stream every week. If you guys want to watch that, I do stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys are interested to come out and chat with me, as well as watch some great live content, that'd be fantastic as well. But for now, guys, I'll see you later. I'll see you on Tuesday. We'll be back in Planet Coaster working on Thunder Lake. As to what, I'm not sure. I think we might work on another restaurant in the park. So that'll be fun. If you guys want to watch that, please consider following as well. I'll be back Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for that. But for now, guys, have a great weekend. I'll see you on Tuesday for some more Planet Coaster. Take care, everyone.